Hello, everybody. I would like to welcome you on behalf of Urban Forms Foundation from Poland, from Łódź. At the beginning, I will say something absolutely new. The team of Entre, Margens. Thank you very much for inviting me here, for your reception, for your excellent assistance. Thank you very much. And Nunu, I promise you I will bring my husband here for wine tasting. And after all, I am not an experienced orator, and this is gonna be my first such an excellent event. So, moreover, English is not my native language. They didn't want me here in Polish, so forgive me if my presentation is not so fluent and eligible. But I will do my best, and I always talk to myself, come on, girl, you do really great job. Let your Urban Forms gallery speaks itself, and this is what I will do now. I will talk. The aim of my today's presentation is to show you how urban art arranged by our foundation has changed the image of Łódź. At the beginning, I will say some words about our foundation. And then I will present you our key project, Urban Forms Gallery. I will tell about Urban Forms Gallery Festival. And at the end, I will say what we plan for the future. For the purposes of today's presentation, urban art has been defined as, I will read this as it is, a style of art that relates to cities and city life, often done by artists who live in or have a passion for city life. In that way, urban art combines street art and graffiti, and is often used to summarize all visual art forms arising in urban areas, being inspired by urban architecture. As to foundation. Foundation was set up in 2008, and I must say nowadays this is a well-established non-governmental organization which, as I said, deal with urban art. Our goals are promotion of urban art, technical and social revitalization by use of tool of urban art. How we achieve these goals? We arrange art and social events, support artists, and gathering a strong lobby of entities operating and or responsible for public space. Since September 2011, we have been creating our key project, Urban Forms Gallery, sorry, which is a permanent exhibition of murals situated in the very center of Łódź. For this initiative, we received funds from the municipality of Łódź, because in Poland, municipalities are bound to support non-governmental organization. They open up contest, organization can apply, and we successfully applied, and we gained funds for 3 times. And we also get funds from private investors, and we built a strong lobby and a strong group of partners who support us, such as hotels, restaurants, clubs, etc. And of course, we've got support from various media. While developing the idea of the gallery, we took, and this is very important according to talks we had yesterday, we took into consideration some very substantial issues. First of all, the heritage of the city of Łódź, and then its current situation. And what is very important, the unique arrangement of buildings in Łódź. I don't know who has ever been to Łódź. I'm not sure. But when you are walking through the streets of the very center of Łódź, you can see such a view. Huge blind walls facing the main streets and arteries and pavements. It looks it looks as if the city turns back to the people. What more, these walls and these buildings are absolutely ruined and destroyed, and it looks as if the Second World War finished yesterday, sometimes. You must know that Łódź, this is the second biggest city of Poland, has very short history. It noticed great growth in 19th century because of development of textile industry, and it was built in unplanned way and accidentally. That's why this architecture is so characteristic. And what more, which wasn't destroyed during the Second World War, and obviously it wasn't rebuilt and renovated because of this. These buildings wasn't renovated at all. And they remained in such a status quo from 19th century sometimes. That's why the very center of Łódź is destroyed, and what more, it is inhabited by mostly socially disabled people, unemployed, and that's why this area is neglected, saturated with social pathologies. But from the other hand, this is the great opportunity for street artists to bring to this area just fresh breath of art, and we do this. As to gallery and the curatory idea. As I said, the gallery is strictly connected to the unique arrangement of buildings. What more? It is all these murals are placed in very close area, as if people who visit this gallery can walk around on foot in just a few hours. And what more, the gallery displays work of famous artists already acknowledged, and as well as the young one. And we promote, especially we promote Polish young artists within the gallery. And this point must be underlined. The gallery, our gallery is just pure art creation. The gallery is free of any political or commercial connections. The only reason for choosing artists here is the quality of their work. Of course, we can discuss what is art, what is good quality or bad quality, as far as it works, and we are convinced our choice is right. And what is important, the gallery is creating fluently, and as far as we get support funds. But once a year, we arrange an international meeting, international artists, and we call this Urban Forms Gallery Festival. Now we are working on the third edition of the festival. And now I am inviting you to go through the gallery. When you enter our website, you see the map, and when you click the exact number, you can see pictures of murals and some information about artists. Let's start from the beginning. This one was created with in cooperation with Festival of Cartoons. This is as you can see, in cartoon style. What is interesting, this mural is very easily accessible for graffiti writers or football fans, but they respect this piece of art, and they have never destroyed this mural. This was the first mural we've arranged. Actually, this mural doesn't exist now. The building was warmed up, and this mural was covered and painted again. That's a pity. This is a very interesting piece of work. This mural was the second one, and it was created during a social project. The proposal, the project of this mural were discussed with inhabitants, with people from the neighborhood, and with children. They say what they want to have on the wall, and they wanted just this one. This is, I think it was the third, our work. This is still artist from Poland. And it was very nice work, again with children from kindergarten. And this is, I think, one mural that was created on a certain occasion because of the Day of the Earth. This is Kenor from Spain. When he was painting this mural, a lot of people from the neighborhood came and wanted to talk to him, and they didn't bother that the artist is from Spain. They talked to him, and they didn't expect he answer. Just and this is very nice piece of work and very popular. When we publish it in internet, the number of our fans on Facebook grew very fast because of this one. This mural is from the first edition of our Urban Forms Gallery Festival, and we noticed that during each edition there is one beloved piece of work, and this mural was such a work during the first edition. This one is really huge. This is Kenner again, and it comes from the second edition, the first edition of the festival as well. This one is from was created by MCT. This is the famous Polish artist, and this is stencil style. It comes from the first edition as well, and this is the favorite one of my children. They call this mural fatties, nice fat men, something like that. And now we are in the second edition. This one is the most popular from this edition. I think this is because all the wall was covered by painting. That's why this one is so impressive. This one is from the first edition, this cooperation with Polish Etam Crew and Sat1 from German. And this one is very popular. I saw on YouTube such a movie when a girl does something like tattoo. And just this one, just from this mural. This one is from our common activity. This one is from. This one is when this mural was being painted. It was the hottest mural in the world. These are the most desirable, the hottest artists in the world nowadays. Os Gemeos from Brazil. And they did this mural in cooperation with Aris from Spain. This mural is situated nearby fire station. And I think artist was inspired by this neighborhood, and here funny things happened when the artist started to paint this mural. A man came and he offered him coffee and some food, and it occurred that he's a cook, so he provided the artist with food all the period of painting. What more, there was a family who invited the artist for the dinner many times. This one is my favorite one. And this is the piece of work which I actually don't like. People I must say that people really accept what we do, and even if they climb, they say, why you put this beautiful murals on such destroyed and ruined walls? Try put them on renovated walls. So we tried. This is from Spain again. And it was about the history, and as I've already said, we are working on the next edition of our festival, and this time we are going to develop social aspect of our work. We are going to invite artists for a long period, at least 14 days, as if they get familiar with the city. We are planning city night tours for them through the pubs and the streets at night, and also we plan a meeting and talks with inhabitants, with officials, just to enable people and artists discuss discuss project. As a result of these talks, they will make their proposals, and they will paint the murals. And we invited for the gallery this year 5 artists. It will be Entre again, and this time we plan give him a really huge wall in block of flats. And it will be Roa from Belgium, Agostino Jacuri from Italy, and 2 Polish artists, Polish muralists, Tone and Proembryon. And also we plan Ryszard Paprocki and 3D painting for this edition of the festival. Also, we plan some accompanying events, and as you can see at the bottom of this list, after yesterday's talk, I put here for the debate this word Brandalism. We will talk about this. How the gallery works. What we know, what we sure for now, is that the gallery improves disadvantaged areas aesthetically. That's for sure. People like this colorful pictures, and they often say, thank you for bringing some color into our gray city. The gallery stimulates community integration and identification with the neighborhood. We don't know, we believe that this happens. We are going to start some researches and ask people, did the gallery change their lives? What they really wanted? What do they think about the gallery? But the things we already know is that the gallery inspires people to improve their environment. and we are contacted by many people, owners of buildings, private investors. They offer us the walls for art interventions, and we are contacted by non-governmental organizations to cooperate with them with workshops and such things. So we know the gallery in this way. Our gallery really works. And I may say that step by step, Urban Forms Gallery makes our city more beautiful, and nowadays people in Poland, maybe in Europe or even in the world, call our city the city of murals. And what for the future? I've got just a certain view, but after yesterday's talks, I am not sure what we are going to do in the future. What I am thinking about is to cooperate with many of today's and yesterday orators. I've got some ideas, but I'm not an expert. I am a practitioner, and I have to think it deeper. So thank you for your attention. I will forget. Of course, I've got the movie at the end. And could you help me, please? So enjoy the movie. Investors always go fast, you know.
Does anybody know what the situation
We love them.
We're gonna start shooting.
wiesz, dobrze 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 wiesz.
Thank you for being with me. Thank you.